Hello, I'm Superintendent Doug Wright, and I'm pleased to welcome you to school today and trust that you will have a good experience in discussing your students' education. As a district, we recognize that preparing your student with a proper educational foundation for the world of the future is the reason we exist. In order to achieve our goal and yours of a world-class education for our students, we're focusing on 3 big ideas that will be explained to you in this presentation. We know that we must ensure that students are learning the concepts and skills that are essential in today's world. We also recognize the necessity of working together or collaborating in order to assure best practices are shared and used in each and every classroom. A laser-like focus on the results of our efforts is necessary to assure that everything we do is done with student achievement and success in mind. In order to move to a consistent focus on student learning, we have adopted a practice known as professional learning communities, or PLCs. And a short amount of time has been set aside on Tuesday mornings for teachers to collaborate and focus on student learning. We recognize that this has caused some adjustments for you as well. This presentation will present you with specific information on our focus on student learning and what we're doing to assure your students' success.
Big idea number 1, ensuring the students learn. At San Juan School District, we are committed to changing the core mission of our schools from the focus on ensuring that students are taught to a focus on ensuring that students learn. This simple shift in thinking and attitude will have a profound effect on the way we do business. Our professional learning communities, or PLCs, are groups of teachers charged with the task of answering 4 very important questions. Question number 1, what do we want each student to learn? This requires time for PLCs to carefully and collaboratively study the curriculum and make decisions about what is most important for students to learn. Question number 2, how are we going to know when each student has learned it? Each PLC must determine how they will assess each student on each concept. Question number 3, how are we going to respond when some students do not learn? The PLCs will have to determine an intervention that is systematic, built into the school day, timely, happens right away, and directive, not optional for students. Question number 4, how are we going to respond when some students have clearly achieved the intended outcome? Our PLCs will work to determine what activities the most successful students can do to further challenge them and push them to higher levels. Research done by McLaughlin concludes, the most promising strategy for sustained, substantive school improvement is building the capacity of school personnel to function as a professional learning community. Our support of the PLC process is heavily based in the fact that research is clear as to how schools improve, and PLCs are the key to ensuring that all students learn.
Big idea number 2, a culture of collaboration. In our relentless pursuit of the moral imperative, students learning at rates never before seen in San Juan School District. A culture of collaboration must be created, fostered, and embraced by all stakeholders within San Juan School District. Years and years of our best efforts, national, state, and local reform movements, and teaching in isolation have not helped students truly learn what they need to know. The most impressive body of research evidence ever now points to schools implementing the professional learning communities model in conjunction with positive behavior supports and collegial coaching. This model absolutely must include quality and focused collaboration. Quality and focused collaborators must be given the time within the workday to accomplish this most essential task and must quickly move beyond what are we expected to teach to how will we know when each student has learned. The extremely powerful collaboration that characterizes professional learning communities is a systematic process in which teachers work together to analyze and improve their classroom practices. Teachers work in teams, engaging in an ongoing cycle of questions that promote deep team learning and thus leads to higher levels of student achievement and learning. Collaboration requires us to make public what has always been private, including goals, strategies, instructional techniques, materials, pacing, questions, concerns, and results. These conversations give all teachers someone to turn to, and they are structured to vastly improve the classroom practices of teachers, individually and collectively. These collaborative teams must focus on student learning, essential standards, different kinds of assessment, analyses of student achievement and learning, and strategies for improving results. All stakeholders must demolish the barriers that would hinder collaboration, including inadequate instruction, simply teaching the curriculum, a lack of time, or any possible excuse or barrier to quality collaboration. It is simply a question of will. Will we, the San Juan School District community, create, foster, and embrace a true culture of collaboration, or will we relegate ourselves to doing things that do not advance student learning? Ultimately, a group of staff members who are determined to work together will find a way. So there you have it, the big idea number 2, a culture of collaboration. We will transform San Juan School District into such a culture and continue our relentless pursuit of the moral imperative, student learning.
Big idea number 3, a focus on results. Professional learning communities judge their effectiveness on results, not good intentions. The focus of goals shifts from things like adopting programs or activities to forming SMART goals that measure student achievement. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. A SMART goal could be something like, we will increase the number of students who are proficient on the language arts CRT from 74% to 80% this year. This is quite different from a traditional goal like, we will adopt a new reading program this year. These SMART goals become the basis for the work of the PLCs. Schools sometimes suffer from the DRIP syndrome, data-rich but information-poor. Teachers really don't suffer from a lack of data, but being able to use that information to make substantive improvements when a teacher works in isolation is challenging. Data can become a catalyst for both improved teacher performance and improved student performance if the teacher has a basis of comparison. When teachers' teams develop common formative assessments throughout the school year, they can identify how their students performed on each skill compared with the other teachers on their team. Each teacher then has access to the ideas, materials, strategies, talents of all teachers on that team. Teachers can then work collaboratively to provide interventions and support to every student who needs help learning to master an essential standard. Teachers can evaluate instructional practices and curriculum choices in a very specific and powerful way using real data to make those decisions. Teachers learn to honestly confront sometimes brutal facts about student achievement. Teachers learn to stop using class averages as the measure of success and to begin to focus on the success of each student on every essential skill. When teachers are given the tools and support to address each student's needs in a targeted and effective way, they become empowered and begin focusing on academic improvement goals rather than focusing on issues such as discipline and staff morale. An impressive body of research supports that when teachers focus on results, remarkable academic improvements happen for all students. We are excited about the shift we are making from general approaches to school improvement to a very specific, targeted way for schools to focus on results and student achievement. Thank you for your interest and support.
We hope the information in this video will help you understand what is being accomplished, not only on Tuesday mornings, but also at all times during the school day. We appreciate you taking the time to view this video. As a district, we are fully committed to more positively affecting student learning, and research has never been clearer on how to do this in today's schools. Literally, there are thousands of schools across the nation being recognized as leaders in the area of student learning. And without exception, these schools have a culture of collaboration and a laser-like focus on student learning. It is our goal to learn from the example of these schools and to be willing to make improvements in our schools, even when it's a little messy or difficult. If we are successful in reculturing our schools to have this laser-like focus on student learning, you will never again hear a teacher say, "I taught it, but the student didn't learn it." If we are successful, all teachers, students, and parents will know that learning supports are in place and know where and how to access them. If we are successful, students will have multiple opportunities to learn and to demonstrate proficiency on any given standard. Learning will not be a one-time shot. Likewise, if we are successful, students at all levels will be challenged academically as teachers find ways to better differentiate instruction. We hope with a better understanding, parents can be both patient and supportive as we suffer through the growing pains of making improvements. We greatly value our parents and continue to strive to strengthen the relationship of schools and parents. If you have any further questions about any information included in this video, please feel free to contact your school's administrator. Thank you again for your time and interest in watching this video.